stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. It's Horn. Plows through the defense. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Here's the handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They had a fantastic offseason, #1 recruiting class in the country, but with that comes a little pressure. So how much pressure is on this class?
Lots of pressure, no question about it, but I think we're in an era of college football where you're seeing more and more true freshmen see the field early and have impacts early and make plays. Think about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State during their national championship season. These kids are ready to go, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of fans, David, really excited to see what they can do.
Pressure is a privilege. Like, when you get elite talent, that's what you're starting to do. Hey, bring them in, develop them, understand, like, that's part of the process that goes with it, but you've been working for this moment. This is what you wanted for the last several years, and you developing towards. Now you get a chance to go prove who you are.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Horn. Oh, he's got some space. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the catch. It's Henderson. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason bowls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. In the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Running back searching for a hole. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
How about that change-up on third down? You're expecting pass, 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 third and long, and they slip a run in there? Man, really took advantage of the defense playing the sticks, playing third down and long, and got it. And boy, did it pay off.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Got it, looking for a first. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. LSU quick to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Looking to throw again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Rhodes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and not...
Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup. But the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Grab near the marker. It's down. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. On the run, deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Hand off to the fullback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Horn. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pressure coming. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lost the throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Horn. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Longhorns! the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a top-5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. Much more on this top-5 matchup should anything change. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback extends the play. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using his legs, it's Horn. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. It's a fumble on the play. Defense picks it up. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back the very first play. Let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping.
Makes the grab inside the 30. There he goes. Continues to fight for yards. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think coming into this game, we thought it was going to be a back-and-forth affair. What a great job executing on that touchdown. If they get this extra point, man, we are all tied up heading in at halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Throws it back. Makes the grab. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
On the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
3rd and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Got it looking for the 1st down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped. Really big play. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Pulls it in. It's Horn. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that fourth down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the first down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice fourth down conversion.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires it down the seam. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at third.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
To the ground with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot, though.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run, turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the 1st down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. LSU right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They're testing the right side here. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big football with the run. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Spits it out to the back. Back's got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll pull it down, and he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Now on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this 1st down, try and eat the clock and win the game late? or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun to give, looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Horn. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
They're like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Got room to work. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the fourth quarter, still all tied up, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Horn. He breaks the tackle. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just two possessions, probably. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating two-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out we're trying to throw it to him, so we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Wants to throw it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
that is such a big play by the defense here. Early in overtime, you come up with a massive negative play, getting the sack on third down, and this is no gimme kick. If they miss this field goal, your offense is back on the field, and all you got to do is kick a field goal to win this thing.
Passing on the field goal that would give them the lead. They'll go for it on 4th and long. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They strike first here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air on 1st down. Looking left. Touchdown, LSU! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
And what a response. You just gave up 7 on the other side of the field. Every reason to get dejected. Oh, man. But they come out and they respond and they score on the first play. And now, Jesse, down by 1. What do you do?
And they made it look easy too, David, and you got to wonder about this defense and how much they have left in the tank. Because of that, maybe if you're on offense, you just decide to end this thing right here. You scored so easily, maybe you could do the same on a 2-point play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
First possession in overtime. Let's find out who's the more physical side. Let's trust our offensive line to get some movement. Let's establish this run game.
There we go. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
2nd overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Motion from the wideout. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. In front of them, they have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long.